Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is Manchester United vs Burnley match reaction, in which was a better performance. There are positives as well as negatives. I'm not going to get too giddy, I'm not going to get too excited because I know how United are. It's a good way to end the year, obviously, but that was Burnley, and we should be beating Burnley anyways. And like I said, go do it the next game, go do it the game after that, do it the next week, do it after a month, do it the next month, do it the year, do it the next year. And then, let's come and talk because I'm done giving these players and this team the benefit of the doubt anyways. But overall, I thought it was a good result. Died as soon as the third goal was basically scored. Foot off the pedal instantly. But yeah, it is what it is. So subscribe if you're new, smash a like. Malota, what did you think of the performance?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. We can't get carried away. But, we still need to celebrate a victory. It's nice to win at Old Trafford. It's nice for a considerable period to look comfortable, and yeah, hopefully it's the start of something brilliant, and let's go do it again and get even better. It wasn't amazing, but it was much better, especially in the first half. The energy Ralph talked about was there, and to make things worse, Burnley had none of it, so it just made we were just very comfortable in the first half. We were running, we were very direct to the ball, and we looked like a team in the final third. We didn't look confused, like we'd never played together, So I really enjoyed that, and it just looked like from a tactical point of view, we just looked like we knew what we're doing. We looked like we had a plan. So just that's the step forward from the Ole way, So yeah, I was really happy with that. Second half, yes, we just slowed down. And I saw them try to hold the ball a lot, I saw that we were trying to take more short corners instead of long, throwing them in. And I think Ralph told them to try to control the game. I think that's what he told them to do. But I think Ralph wanted them to do that, but still not lose the tempo, and we couldn't kind of get that balance. Because if you do that and keep the tempo, like we've seen City do from time to time, you can still score goals, So we need that, that intensity, that high pressing, that the chasing, the moving the ball quickly, the being direct. We need to learn to manage that over 90 minutes, And yeah, it's a step in the right direction. I'm happy.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, the positives for me today were that it just shows you drop some players, your team plays better. But imagine if you dropped even more players, Negatives for me is obviously things like, like I said, the team, it wasn't perfect. It really wasn't perfect. No, didn't like the lineup, to be honest, I didn't like the performance overall. I'd say it was 30 minutes of good again. Then the rest was just bland. That's what I'd say. So, like I said, I'm not gonna get excited. There's no reason to get excited with some 3 points against Burnley. Doesn't affect my life.
We definitely gonna overhype it. But then I think all of us have gotten caught in this thing where we kind of gone from Ralph in his time to fall into the media's trap of he should do it now. I mean, it has only been 4 games or 5 games now, and on top of that, he's carrying over a horrendous legacy from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now.
100%.
So even the simple things...
Like Ollie's left us unimaginable damage. If Maguire wasn't captain, it's easier to drop him. Now you must drop him and strip him of the captaincy. Just as one example. The Donny situation, I think Donny's done at United. I think it's done. I think Donny's probably like, nah, I'm not going to play. And I think Ragnick, one thing has been clear. If you don't want to play for United, we don't care about you. We put you to the side. We don't ever see you. And I think a similar situation is like that with Donny. And I think that's just genuinely the case. Because for me, there was no excuse why not to play Donny today. Absolutely no excuse. The low comes on as well instead of him to play in the midfield. Then he doesn't even get the 2 minutes even. He doesn't even get 2 minutes anymore. Fred comes on, taking the piss.
You know what's the difference between... I don't want to jump the gun. Okay, let me not say what's the difference between Ole and Ragnick. You know what's the difference between Ole and a good coach? When a good coach makes decisions and they work out, you can't question them. I love Donny. But if Donny doesn't play and Scott does a madness, he did a madness.
But there was 4 other players Donny could have played instead of for today, so...
Okay, fair. But if Donald
and you tell me, in 2 weeks' time, when Scott McTominay doesn't have one of his annual world-class amazing games and he's stinking it up and we lose the game because of Scott McTominay, I'll be there like, exactly, that's why you don't get excited. That's exactly why you don't get excited.
Then he did it in this game, So
yeah, in this game, man of the match, easy. Go do it again next week.
We praise him, but not get carried away.
Exactly.
But
Man of the
you know,
match today, could do it again next week. And then if we do it next week, we can continue the talk. Until then, I'm not entertaining it. I'm moving on. I'm
yeah,
sorry, my
yeah.
lord.
But like we speak of Della.
No, you're gonna
Della
get too excited. You're
was
gonna fall into the trap. I'm telling you. This is how you fall into
Della
the
was
trap.
an, Della was an amazing outlet. He was a fantastic outlet. I was impressed, because it's one of those decisions where you're like, oh, okay, I didn't see that, but the manager saw that. So I'm happy about that. And with Matic and Fred, I think what we saw with Fred is that he does have a little bit of a ruthless side. Fred was losing balls left, right, and center against Newcastle. He's gone now. Yes, Matic is past it, but then he can tackle. At least. So clearly,
Yeah, but
that's
like
why
I
he
said,
came
it's one game. If Fred could come back into the team next week, and then I'll be sitting here saying the same thing. So, like I said, I'm not gassing up anyone. Don't care. Go do it week in, week out. I'm done with this place. I'm done. But
like
some players definitely took their chance today, and some players didn't take their chance today. That's again one thing I'll say. So, you just gotta find the best team you can get, and that's why I'm not against Ragnick. I have full faith in Ragnick, but like I said, I'm done to the point where I'm getting excited about stupid small things now. This is United. I'm tired. I'm tired.
You know what it is, dude? We speak of clean slates, and I know you don't want to give some of these players a clean. Listen.
No.
Don't give some of these players a clean
That's your
slate.
opinion. You can have your clean slate, but for me, I'm done. And that's just how I'm going to do it.
You don't give them a clean slate because they've hurt you. But then once again, we get caught in the trap of the media trying to, just demolish Ralph Ragnick because he's not that.
I'm not demolishing Ralph. I'm demolishing these brats on the field, and some of them Ralph still picks. So, no.
We need to give Ralph a chance to show us what these players are.
Yeah, but you're missing my point. I'm not slating Ralph. I'm slating the team.
I get that, but by giving these players the benefit of the doubt, you're giving Ralph the benefit of the doubt because you kind of say, okay, Ralph, what can you get out of them, So I think we need to keep that.
Yeah, but I will tell you the same thing as I'll tell it to Ralph to his face. Ralph has been here for a very short time, so it'll take you more time. But I sit here week in, week out watching United players. I don't need time to know what's good for United. And that's just how it is. I don't need time to know that Scott McTominay can pull off a game like this, but for 90% of the other times, he's going to let you down. Same with Maguire, same with Fred, same with a lot of these players. So, like I said, until they do it over and over and over again to the point where it's like, years down the line, I'm like, you know what, boys, Ragnick was the one. And, Scott McTominay was the one. Until then, I can't be bothered, to be honest. So, like I said, you gotta mind me not getting excited and giddy. But that's just where I am. Because next week, when they let us down again, I'm just gonna be like, well, there you go. So.
I get your point.
Exactly. 1 week, it's amazing. Maybe for 5 weeks, it's amazing. 2 weeks, it's shit. And it looks awful. So, yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. We go do it week in and week out. So. But anyways, like I said, today's a good performance. Today, I'm impressed by a lot of players, and like I said, by all means, if Scott McTominay plays that week in, week out, you play every game then. I got no agendas. You play out of the world, you keep your spot in the team, and I think at the moment, that's what I'll do if I was Ralph. Some players need to just keep it based on merit, not based on their name or reputation. If you earn your spot, you keep it, and we'll get into it now with the play ratings, because I think that's a big part. So, starting with David De Gea. Didn't have much to do, but I like it when David doesn't have to do much. It's a lot calmer for my heart. So happy with Dave. Yeah, I did concede a goal, but that's because of the Pratt captain in front of him. So I'll just give De Gea a 6. Couldn't do anything about the goal, and other than that, he did what he had to do. So 6.
I know he could have read a newspaper. Honestly, he didn't have much to do today. And as you say, that's great because that means the team's playing well. So yeah, he deserves it. You can't give him a higher rating, you can't give him any lower. So I guess the 6 makes sense.
Yeah. 6. Oh, yes. Now, talking about taking your chances. Schubert. Oh, I loved him today. Missed.
You're retired, fellas.
I missed Luke Shaw so much. I tell you what. I said the Lord deserves to keep his spot, and we'll get there just now. But Luke Shaw, for me now, is definitely not. He's still number 1 choice left back for me. He just showed levels above Tellez today, And for I know Tellez has got his die-hard fans, but nah, fam. Any Tellez die-hard fan will have a Luke Shaw agenda. And that's the only reason people don't like Luke Shaw, is because they do have a Luke Shaw agenda. Today, he was on the ball. That left-hand side, dangerous. The link up with Sancho, dangerous. Should have had another assist with Ronaldo, but Ronaldo missed the one-on-one, Then he did get an assist with Sancho. To the driving forward, amazing. Decision-making, amazing. Defensively, you never have to worry. So Luke Shaw, He's probably my runner-up with man of the match, but I'll give him a 9. I'm so glad to have him back, and I think from now on, Ralph, if we don't start picking Luke Shaw, I'll be questioning you. You will be on a fraud watch, So.
What did I say for sure? This happens way too often.
He finished the retired tellers. That's what you said before.
Yeah, okay, now I remember what I was gonna say. If it works, it's good management. It works. He dropped Luke Shaw and he picked him today.
Sometimes players need a dropping.
Yeah, it goes down as it's good management. He pushed him by dropping him playing tennis. And yeah, he needed that because Roberto Carlos was back today. And I love to see it. Tellers can relax planets apart. Not even honestly. And the driving, he's always had that in his game, and I love it. He can carry the ball. He can cross. It's not like he's horrible in that department.
Got an assist today.
Solid. Yeah,
should have had 2 assists today.
Yeah, actually, I'll give him a 7.5. Let him not be stingy.
I love Luke Shaw today. For me, that's a performance where it's like you have to pick him. That's why he's supposed to be a first choice left back. Alex Tellers hasn't had a game like this. Even under Ralph, he hasn't had a game like this. So that's all I'm gonna say. And I like Tellers. I wouldn't just say okay. I'm not like Ollie, where it's like now Tellers you're never gonna play again until like another 100 games, and then you'll get another game. No, you'll obviously be rotation. But in terms of first choice, for me, it's still Luke Shaw. As for this guy, I'd drop him, I'd sell him, I'd put him back in the Greece jail. I don't care what you do with Harry Maguire. He's not a captain. He's not a defender. I don't know what he is. What is he good at? Nobody knows. What is he bad at? A lot of things. And today, with the goal, how do you get turned by a Burnley 40-year-old? I don't understand. How do you get turned? I don't understand how you get turned like that. Just awful defending. The amount of times today, I don't know if you've seen it. We were just hugging the opposition in corners and just bringing them down. Classic Maguire, almost like a suplex. And just like, what does this guy do? This guy, he deserves to get dropped. He deserves to get stripped of the captaincy. And Ralph doesn't have the balls to do it. I'm telling you now, Ralph doesn't have the balls to do it. So I drop him. Shocking performance from me. The only bad player today, by the way, really, for me. So I'd give Maguire a 4.
You don't sound convinced about Ralph in you.
I'm convinced, but I'm at a standard where it's like, you gotta have balls now. Because this seems still like Ollie. This is still Ollie. Why am I seeing Maguire? Why am I seeing McFred? Rashford, yes, he got dropped today, but he might come back in next week. So Ralph's got to earn my trust, I love him. I love the guy. But today was that Ralph football. He'll have time. I'm going to give him time. But no.
I've already made my early days arguments. I won't make that again.
Yeah.
But today, he did say, what did he say? Something about energy, involving why he dropped some players. And I think that has to do with Varane. And the fact that he brought him on means that, Varane is fine, but he's not completely perfect.
And Bayer got injured. So.
Okay, fair. I forgot about that actually. And Bayer got injured, yes. So I just feel like we didn't have many defenders today. Honestly, it just came down to that, And this is Mr. I never get injured, Harry Maguire. So sometimes you're in a situation where you don't want to play Phil Jones.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
sometimes after today, I'm like, I might as well give Phil Jones a try. It can't be as bad as this. So.
Yeah, but like he was a bit shocking today. Bayer wasn't perfect in that situation, but then it kind of seemed like he was trying to show the player. I'm forgetting the player's name. He was trying to show the player wide, push him away from goal, and that's the decision he went for. But then I feel like the angle was coming in at you can't do that. You just have to.
And he's just slow.
Yeah.
He doesn't have attributes of a quality centre back. This is how it is. He's slow. For all the strength he's got, he's so weak. Mentality is not there. It's just, I don't know what he does.
He's like just guiding him to the goal. He's tracking back. And there's nothing Derek can do about that. But yeah, real ripped off. This is daylight robbery.
This is the worst robbery I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. 4 was a bit harsh.
But he's 4. I gave him a 4 participation, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4 as well.
As for Bayer, like I said, everything you touched on is spot on. I think you should partner Varane. It's very unfortunate his injury record, like I said, now he's going to AFCON, so we won't even really have him. But yeah, when Bayer plays, he's solid. He's way better than Maguire. He actually defends, he reads the situations well. He can play out the back. He's very fast, so he makes up for everything Maguire is not good at, as I said, the back. Bai makes up for it. So I thought today was an average game for Bai. He wasn't at fault for the goal as well. Well, actually, he was. He actually was. Sorry, his first touch was what led that ball to come through. So just for that, I dropped it to a 5.
Yeah, no, Bai is definitely our second best, if not best, defender at this club. The only problem is that he can't stay fit to save his life. So the sad reality is you can't trust someone like that.
Mm.
That's just it. That's the same reason why we don't want to sign Dembele. At least most United fans are against the signing of Dembele right now. So okay. So yeah, he played better, but it's not hard to play better than Maguire. We was better than Maguire today. Just that.
Well, if I put you at centre back, you'd be better than Maguire.
Okay, let's not disrespect Maguire. But yeah, he was decent. It's just the injuries that annoys me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the man can't stay fit to save.
Apparently, you were like the biggest Bayern fan, like at the start of the channel as well. Like,
I'm still a Bayern fan. Yeah. It's just, he's never gonna play. It's annoying. It really is annoying. So, I guess it's also because going to Dembele, I support Barca as well, and it's the most annoying thing ever. Man spits 1 second, and the next second he's not. You can't rely on him.
You can't rely on him.
So, yeah. So, probably our best pairing is Varane and Lindelof, because as much as Lindelof doesn't have the physical properties of Maguire, he doesn't make stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
Yes, here and there, but then he doesn't really make.
Plus, Varane will cover up for him, so.
Yeah. So yeah, Bayern had an okay performance. I'll agree with your 5.
Yeah. As for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, also, he's one of my favorite players. I put my hands up. He's one of my favorite players. I do like Aaron Wan-Bissaka a lot. Defensively, I thought he was there, but offensively, he's no Delo. And I don't think that, again, this is one of the players who was given a chance today, and in my opinion, didn't take it. He didn't really take the chance. And for me, Delo should still be our first choice right back. Even when Delo came on, you could just see why Delo is just better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. So Aaron, I'd say he had an okay game. I'd give him a 6, but yeah, Delo is still my first choice right back under off.
Yeah. Tricky one, because I was watching with my dad, and the only thing he was noticing was that this man can defend every block. It's him again. So I think what he did today, he said, look, I'm never going to put in a million crosses, but I'm going to show you what I'm good at. And I can tackle, and he kept doing that. And I don't know, I don't want to say it's going to cause a headache for Ralph, because maybe Ralph has made up his mind about Delo, and then he wants an offensive.
I think he already did. Like the fact that Delo even came on to play a right midfield, I think Delo is still number 1 choice right back.
Yeah. But defensively, Burnley didn't do much. But then whenever they do anything, Wan-Bissaka seems to be there to block it, So I was impressed with his defensive performance, but offensively, just in the modern game. In the modern game, you just need to be up to standard. He wasn't even involved, So, yes, I'm gonna go 6.5. Just
6.5. But it was nice to see Aaron. I don't think, again, it's not a player I'm saying let's just ignore Aaron from now on. In games I just play him. By all means, play him, And like I said, whoever is in better form or deserves to play, you play them. I've got no agenda. I really don't got no agenda. Unless it may be Rashford at the moment, because I have a big agenda against Rashford. Because as you can see, I'm not going to talk about Rashford. We'll just move on. Anyways, moving to the midfield, we'll start off with Matic. To be honest with you, it's probably a good game for Matic, just because of the fact I did not notice him. Didn't notice him, don't know if he touched the ball, didn't know what he did, but in my head, if you played the CDM deep role, and I didn't notice you, and I seen Scott being so free to attack, you probably did your job, Matic, to be fair. So, you know what, I'll give you a 6, because I really can't complain about anything. The fact that I didn't see you, like I said, I'll take it as a positive. I don't want to be seeing Matic all the time, so I'll give you a 6.
It's a tricky one, because Ralph kept talking about in the press conference, or the post-match press conference against after Newcastle, about how we get caught on the transition and the turnover. And it's not just about the CDM, but about how we press from the front to stop that from happening, I felt like today we did get caught on the turnover a couple of times, but no as much as what happened against Newcastle. I think it's probably more because Burnley was shite.
And they don't even have pacey players as well, so they just try.
Yeah. So in that sense, you're right. It probably was a game for Matic because we're at home, and you can, as you say, they're not paid, so you can handle them,
Mm.
And we know that defensively, he's probably a better tackler than anyone at this club, and he knows that role better than anyone. But then the legs just aren't there, so it's a tricky one at Matic. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Wan-Bissaka got a 6, and I thought Wan-Bissaka was miles ahead, so I'm gonna give him a 5.
Okay. Then we get to Zidane. Hey, because he played today. I give it to him. I give it to him. We are, well, definitely I'm an advocate McTominay. I would sell you to Ipswich type of guy. But today, to be fair to you, you played like you were prime Zidane. I don't know what it was. I don't know if, I've always said like, well, we all actually said on this channel, McTominay, the best thing he actually is going forward, being on the edge, because we know he's got a shot in him, And today he did execute it. The goal, fantastic striker, almost like a Paul Pogba-esque. And then the second one where it hits the post and then Ronaldo just taps it in, amazing. And it wasn't even just the attacking returns, it was, he actually bossed the midfield for once, He was everywhere, won so many balls, so many 50-50s. And I always said with Scott, he is a passion merchant, so it's at home. He got the early goal. He's only going to start feeding from that. And when you get McTominay in that type of mood, those type of players, they thrive on it. So McTominay definitely. McTominay, I don't know if you're ever going to get this again in your life, but my old means to you. You go do that next week. I applaud you to go try that. I'll implore you to go try to do that next week. Because I tell you what, McTominay, I don't think this has ever happened. But I'll give you a 10 out of 10, and you'll get my man of the match.
I was checking outside to see if it's raining or something.
Hey, give credit. If someone deserves credit, I give it to them.
No, like, we've talked about this on the show before. As much as we slate him and say he's crap, but we have said that McTominay's not a 6. So why the hell is he the one who's sitting under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer unlocked him like once against Leeds. That's 6-2 or something, But what we saw today is probably what McTominay is good at, You're going to ask him to be doing cute balls, and things like that, He will pass side to side, but then, you need him to run, drive past players, You need to get on the edge of the box and shoot, The simple things, because he's a simple footballer,
Yeah.
It's just how it is, And as you say, the one-on-ones, he can win those, he can be aggressive, If he can do that, I think he... Okay, relax. We've not jumped the gun. Maybe relax. But today...
Yes, it is Burnley, remember. It is Burnley. They don't have any players who can, on other days, dribble past McTominay because McTominay is just standing still. Because that happens 99% of the other games, so...
I'm sorry. Sometimes I need to be reeled back in. I'm a bit of a passion merchant.
Yes.
But... But I enjoyed his performance today. And I think if Ralph can keep him doing those simple things and not restrict him by asking him to sit, which he's horrible at, I think we won't get this every game, but maybe a little bit more consistency from McTominay. So yeah, I'll agree with the 10. None of that.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't think we're gonna ever see a game like this from McTominay again. I think next game we're giving him a 5. I'm telling you, and this is a challenge to McTominay. Go prove me wrong. I'm telling you now, you're getting 5 and below next game. Let's see what happens.
Who are we
even playing?
I think it depends. We're playing Wolves. It depends on a lot of things. I think 5. And we're not winning that. The problem is, if the rest of the team is not aggressive, and then we sink, then ends up being 2 6s, and then he's going to be horrendous in that situation. But if as a team we're just going at Wolves to say, you know what, we're the better team, we're more physical, we're fitter than you, and he's making those overlapping runs because he feels comfortable because there's no space to be left around him because we are pressing as a team, then he will perform maybe decently. So it depends on a lot of things.
Like I said, I implore McTominay. Next time we play is in the next year, obviously. But when you play Wolves, I'm telling you, 5 and below is what I expect because that's just the standards you set. Go try beat it. Even I'll take a 6 because sometimes it shows you in the team you don't really need to be that amazing. You just have to be somewhat average, and then that's okay. We need a few good performances.
You got 0 in the last game.
But yeah. That tells you everything. Exactly. From 0 to 10, I tell you what, it tells you everything. That's exactly United. Next up, Mason Greenwood. Thought, again, like I said, it wasn't too flashy. Obviously, he had those ridiculous shots that Mason Greenwood is known to have. But I thought he was mature again today. I thought he still puts in a better performance than Marcus Rashford. So, yeah, I just give Mason a 6. Give Mason a 6. You know, still young, obviously, but a lot better than what Marcus Rashford can offer us. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's interesting with Mason. You know, I remember listening to Klopp once when he was talking about the whole counter press system. You know, and he was saying that in the system you don't really need an out and out number 10. You know, because in terms of the counter press, it's the best source of creativity because if you're winning the ball high up, it's just one pass away from getting it to Ronaldo on the goal. You know, so I look at Ralph's lineup today. You know, and I kind of get that vibe. He doesn't mind playing a Mason there, you know, because he feels like in the system going forward it can work, you know. And yes, he wasn't perfect, but as you say, yeah, he's miles apart from Rashford at the moment. And yeah, I somewhat enjoyed his performance. And you know, he runs, he's involved.
Could have had a goal. Burnley's keeper had a good game today. So
yeah, you know, yeah. So yeah, there was that one where he like tried to. trying to skill, trying to finish.
Yeah. Like I said, he does have those movements, like just like Rashford, but yeah.
And like, I was watching with my dad. He was like, "Yo, what's going on there?" I'm like, I was trying to convince him that he's actually one of the best finishers at the club. But yeah, no, I think a 6 is fine. Okay.
Yeah, happy with the 6 from Mason. It's better than what Rashford can give us when he doesn't get a goal and assist. So I'll take it. Even Jadon Sancho today, I think without the goal as well, I would have been giving a good rating. But Sancho, I give him that goal. I know it took a deflection, but I thought Sancho today was very dangerous. Tidy on the ball. Oh my, that was way better from Sancho today. Last time he played like Rashford. Today he played like Sancho. It's like you almost remember, I'm Jadon Sancho. I know how to actually dribble. I know when to dribble. I know when to pass. I know how to hold the ball. Sancho was cooking today, and when he played with Luke Shaw, these two, they ran that left side of the field. So Jadon Sancho, fantastic performance, tidy with the ball, like I said. I'd give him that goal, really. So I'd give Sancho a 7.
I know, very elegant, very saucy, you know. As you say, he retains the ball really well. And yeah, he was one of our main source of creativity, to be honest, you know.
Probably our biggest source. Well, I just got you know, but
yeah, and I can't wait to. I know him and Bruno, were a bit sus. Like, not really, because he came on second half against Newcastle. But I can't wait to see that pair just really get going, you know. Because I think the creativity can be out of this world. But
that's the thing today. You know why I also think we play better. You know, I love Bruno. We all love Bruno. We all you know, we probably wouldn't want to drop Bruno. But you drop Bruno today, you just see how much better we are at holding the ball. There's no fucking hero balls getting hooped across the field 90% of the time. So, like I said, with regards to Bruno, I wouldn't drop him. I'd give him the biggest lecture of his damn life, and I'll be like, I tell you something, boy. If you don't start putting this ball in the ground and doing some simple things, you are getting benched. And to be honest with you, just because it's Bruno, I'd still give it away with him. But like, today I didn't miss Bruno, to be honest. Didn't miss him at all.
I hear you. But I feel like in this game, when the way Newcastle played and the way we played, if Bruno was here, we win 5 today.
I don't think so.
I honestly think that.
I don't think so.
honestly think that. I think
what happens today is we don't have anywhere as much as the ball, and we're pulling our hair today because Bruno's putting it in Rosette.
Here's the thing. Bruno will always have hero balls, you know. But in these type of games, at least 1 or 2 of them work. Where it's really frustrating, Wolves versus Newcastle, the rest of the team is horrible, you know, everything's down. And he seems to feel like I have to take it on my shoulder. And, you know, he just goes hero ball times 10. it's just horrible, you know. So, I don't know. I rate Bruno, and I know you rate Bruno as well. And
one of my favorite players. So.
Yeah. I think, we'll see. Maybe he should be dropped for Wolves, you know, so he can get his head on straight.
Yeah, he's learning less. This whole team was learning less. I'll play this team again. Maybe except for Maguire, but next game, this is the team.
Yeah, no. You know, you should send a message that anyone can get dropped, you know, no matter who you are. But Sancho, today he looked like a talisman. He looked like one of our main players that we spent 70 million on, you know, and I really like that, to be honest. So I was really impressed, and I'll agree with the 7. Yeah. And he was robbed of the goal.
Yes. As for Cavani, this is exactly why he is an Oli type player. Must come off the bench and he must know his place. Because what does he do? Nothing. Absolutely. Where's the press? Where's the passing? He should have had a goal today. Cavani was playing the invisible man today. Honestly, what? I'm not even, like, obviously I'm not anywhere near as a big of fan of Cavani as lots of United fans are, but today's one of those games where I'm just like, but that's exactly what I mean, though. Like, everyone's like, oh, we miss Cavani, we miss Cavani. Players like Rashford, we miss Rashford, we miss Rashford. Yeah, but they're good when they come off the bench. When we need them for 90 minutes, they're not for me. That's not for me. So, Cavani really didn't do anything today. He should have had a goal. I'd give him a 5 for Cavani standards.
I don't know. I'm a bit confused about this one. I don't know where I stand with it, to be honest. Because I do kind of also feel like it's the same thing we've seen our strikers have from always at this club, Because even Ronaldo today, he was okay. He scored a goal. He was good. But then, ever since Ronaldo's come to this club, he's never had a lot of the ball. Even today, in a decent amount.
No, I'm saying Ronaldo, but like you see, when Ronaldo doesn't have the ball, I don't want him to do it. But Ronaldo will make sure he's involved in the game. He will drop freaking centre back to get that ball and be like, alright, we're linking up the play, boys. It annoys me because I don't want Ronaldo doing that. But yeah, Ronaldo does do it.
Yeah, I really missed out making his piece for Cavani. It was a bit below par, And I don't know, maybe if we're being real with ourselves, we need to sell this land and buy Holland.
Yeah, pairing of Holland and Ronaldo sounds a bit over the top, but Mina Riola clients, I prefer not to speak so. Plus, like I said, I love Mason. Mason just never gets to play there, so.
Hey, you know what? Okay, kill him too quiet.
And also Tony, the Tony situation is it's sad, but Tony would be 100% one of my number one choices for this system as well. It's got Tony written all over it, the system. So.
Yeah, it does really. But it's looking like Tony's leaving. It's looking like Cavani's leaving. Mason is a good player. Gonna be probably one of the best in the world, but doesn't look completely ready. So we probably will need to sign a forward. And we probably do need someone who's more reliable, because Ralph, from what he said in the presses, he does seem to prefer Cavani. But Cavani, to be honest, not a long-term solution, But yeah, I think a 5 is good.
Yeah. As for Ronaldo, like I said, it does what it does. No one else reads. Nobody. Again, this goal is going to look like a tap, one of the easiest things ever. Where other strikers react like that? What other strikers react like Ronaldo? Not Lukaku's, not Haaland's, no one reacts like Ronaldo reacts to balls. He never stops until that ball is in the back of the net. And like I said, even without the goal today, I thought he was immense. I thought off the ball he was really good. He came so back, he linked up play well, he played very mature. He wasn't even as selfish. He had his selfish moments today. It's Ronaldo, what you expect, but he wasn't even as selfish. He looked to bring in a lot of the team today to help, and he gets his goal. And yeah, obviously for me, Ronaldo doesn't have to do much to get a 10. He just has to breathe oxygen, and I give him a 10. But that, yeah. Good. Always.
I feel like against Newcastle and today, his sharpness has been a bit off. But then he still scored. I think that says everything.
Yeah, I checked his stats today because they were showing, because obviously it's the end of the last game he plays. He has 47 goals this season and 50. Well, in the year, and 52 goal contributions. So yes. Age of 36, Cristiano Ronaldo. In a dead team, in a dead UA team, and they're even a worse team now.
And you can't tell me all of Shearer's goals were worldies. You're lying.
Yeah, it's just
they weren't. It's about being there as a striker.
It's the intelligence that Ronaldo has that no striker really has got.
So I do think those times are coming. I still have hope that we're going to see times where he's ripping it up. Because I'm hopeful those times are coming. But I enjoyed his performance today. I thought it was better. He wasn't shouting other players. So.
I want him shouting. I don't care. Ronaldo tells you to do anything, you do it. I don't care what the story is.
And on that, I feel like the media is probably sensationalizing it, because yes, you're shouting other players, but then how were those players performing? They were crap.
Exactly.
So it's justified. I'm not gonna give him a 10. I'm not gonna take the piss, but I'll give him a 7.
That's Ronaldo. It's what it is. It's his job. It's his job, Ronaldo. What do you want to do? You can't run games alone at 36. He's gonna win you the game. Is what he's gonna do. So That's what Ronaldo does at this age. You know, he wins you games, and sometimes he wins you very important games. He got an assist actually as well. He got an assist. It wasn't really an assist. It was a very bad first touch that led to the Scott goal, and it was an assist.
He did an assist, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So goal
Okay, let's
and
pump it
assist.
up.
Yeah.
Let's pump it up. Tonight.
So I had a 10. That's just 10. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Both 10s for Ronaldo. We're moving on.
Might as well.
But a good game. I thought it was, like I said, as much as I'm not going to give this team, and I'm not going to fall into the trap of getting too excited again, because it seems like you can, if you give United a little, just even 1% of the benefit of the doubt, they will crush it. So, yeah, let's just take it game by game. As for Ralph, Wicked Ralph, team lineup was not happy. I'll be lying if I told you I was happy. It's absolutely a horrific team lineup. Still won the game though, so fair play to him. I liked the way we set up today. It wasn't really like a 4-2-2, and I know he doesn't really care about formations, but it looked more balanced, like a 4-4-2. It looked like a team for once, you know. So like I said, there's the positive is he did drop some plays, not like he didn't, you know. He dropped some plays. We played better without them, and those players that did deserve to get dropped, you know, it just showed that we've proven right as United fans, anyways. It could have had more droppings possibly, and I think that he rotated the squad. The treatment of Donny is just unexcusable. It annoys the living daylights out of me. It's Burnley 3-1. I give him a set. I give up a set.
Hey, for me, I've made my opinion clear. I just feel like if it works, I'm not gonna shout as much, you know. If Scott's shit and Ole picked him, it's on Ole, you know. Oh, okay. Let's stop talking about Ole. Wow, I want to stop talking about Ole.
He's cursed us.
Because Scott's crap and Ralph picked him, then it's on Ralph, you know. But if he does well, you know, I'm not gonna complain too much, you know. And I feel like the manager then deserves credit for that, you know. So yeah, I'm happy about that. The thing I'm happy most about is that we look like we knew what we're doing on the ball, you know. We look like we had a plan, you know. And I like that, you know. And it wasn't a perfect plan, and I think it can get better. But I really liked it, and I think today was a step in the right direction, you know. I do think we can be more physical, as he keeps saying, and
I don't even think so. Like, I don't even blame Ralph for like the intensity or like all of that, like the style of football, because he said that it's gonna take me like 3 weeks, you know. Maybe in 3 weeks we can have some time, because he doesn't really have training sessions with them. The only thing I'm pissed about Ralph is his ruthlessness. He's not ruthless enough yet, so that's the only thing that annoys me about Ralph. So.
I get you. You want, you know, Guire gone, Scott gone, like Fred gone, you know, and I can relate with that, you know. But maybe it's a situation of that's what he has right now, you know. Maybe he needs to wait till a window comes, you know. I don't know. But I was impressed with him today, and I'm gonna give him a 9.
A 9?
9.
Can't remember the last time we gave a manager a high rating. But a 9, okay, fair enough. Ralph, I mean, we won through one. Like I said, I'm not expecting Liverpool football yet. I'm going to give him time. And like I said, every time, even if you look at it, he doesn't really get proper training sessions with them yet. And look at the players he's got. They're a bunch of prats. But if he keeps on picking prats like Maguire, I'm not going to defend him. I won't defend. I will not. Grow some balls, man. Grow some balls. That's just how it is. So like I said, for me, the only thing that's missing from Ralph is the ruthlessness. The Donny situation is disgusting. I don't care who you are. It's disgusting. Martial situation also. And I can understand. Because Martial said you want to leave. Okay, that's it. You know, you're done. It's over for you. Whatever. Same thing like Pogba. We haven't heard anything about Pogba. Suppose he's not even allowed to train with the team because of the contract situation. So Ralph is ruthless when it comes to that. Yeah, it's just rumors stuff. Don't take it to heart. But yeah, let's just see what happens. Good way to end the year, I guess. Good way to end the year. We take that. Next game was Wolves. Never liked playing Wolves. I'll be honest. This is like how people feel about Burnley in general. That's how I feel about Wolves when we play Wolves. It's just a recipe for disaster. So ish. Let's just see what happens. We go to Wolves. But is there anything else you want to say? For me, I don't want to see Rashford for a long time. And Maguire.
Yeah, look, I hope Rashford comes right because Prime Rashford is, dare I say, one of the best left wingers in the world. You know, and we want.
It looks like it. Too bad he can only do it like once every 100 games, also. So.
Yeah, it works. But yeah, no. I'm cautiously excited. You know, I'm excited.
This is how they get you. I'm not cautiously excited. Not giving them 1% of happiness. Nope.
What is it? What is how many points? Like 10 points in what? In 12. 10
12,
points
yeah.
in 12.
10 points in 12.
That's good.
That's good. I mean, yeah, it is good. I can't really complain.
And we're
But
playing
then you think
Liverpool.
about that Newcastle game and just how we played in general against Norwich, it's just like, blah.
Yeah. I think what Rock wanted to say after Newcastle, you were scared to say it, is that we're playing crap right now, but we got the point. So when we start playing well, it's just gonna be a madness. I felt like you wanted to say that, but then you were scared to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll see. I'm excited.
Okay. Well, next preview will be on, well, we play Monday, the 3rd of Jan, so that means preview. When?
That's it.
Saturday, yeah. Preview Saturday. So preview Saturday. So stay tuned. I will be doing a tactical video, so stay tuned for that also. Other than that, subscribe if you're new, smash like, and we'll check you very soon. Goodbye.